question. We're in the middle of the damn live.
That nigga crazy as hell.
Right. Yeah, we start bringing up them names and that Davos shit, that Davos.
That word right there.
Yeah.
They said the directs.
Right. Certain of those names should have been mentioned, man. Yeah. Yep. Come on.
This is on the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 43. It reads, "The king of Babylon has heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Angles took hold of him, and pains as a woman in travail." So just going back, you said the king of Babylon have heard the report of them. Show you that the powers that be are listening to the prophets, man. They hear what the prophets say. They know what the report is, man. Is that the message there? Violent overthrow. The Lord is about to set to overthrow them violently, man. You know. And as you can see, the reaction of them hearing the report, they pretty much weak. You know, you get that knot in your stomach. You know, you looking over your shoulders now. Because you know that's really prophecy on your heels, man. So that's why you have this devil reaction since he's in fear now because of this report. Different laws and legislations being signed, the military is being set up in a certain way. So this is all part of that reaction of hearing this report. You know?
Yeah, they hearing exactly what we're saying. They paying attention, man. Right? What?
This is Job chapter 15, verse 21. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity.
Yep, read that again.
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
Right, it's in his ears, man. And something's in your ears, up close and personal. We live in rent-free in the head of Esau. And that head represents these meetings. That's how we knew the character that was up in Davos. Even though it's nothing hidden, you can look it up, but we know the sinister, we know the motivation behind those guys being, right? Because they looking to establish their new world order. What?
I got something really quick. Wisdom of Solomon 1:9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
Yep, the counsels of the ungodly, man. So right now, these devils, they scratching, man. They fought, they stirring up things, and it's all an effort to remain on the power seat. Because why? We coming out with this bold proclamation that we are the next rulers. That's unsettling, unnerving to those who in power, man. That's the that proves another thing. If you're paying attention, Nero would be around. You know, when you go into the time of Nero, his response was to what? The Christians who spoke of a new. Matter of fact, somebody looked that up. You know exactly where, I believe it's eyewitnesses accounts, but if you got it, you just pull it up. That's why you got all these characters back. And the threats is what? To pretty much counsel and silence truth. You see? Somebody get that too, Death Adder. Go ahead.
This is eyewitness history, eyewitnesstohistory.com. And this Nero persecute the Christians. It says, first paragraph says, a generation after the death of Hamashiach, Christianity had reached Rome in the form of an obscure offshoot of Judaism, popular among the city's poor and
it's not Judaism, right? But, you know, you throw away the bones. And what's the meat? Under Nero, a sect of Israelites spawned, and they was pushing forth a certain narrative. Let's see what it is. Come on.
It says members of this religious sect spoke of the coming. Members of this religious sect spoke of the coming of a new kingdom.
See, of a new kingdom. That's what they spoke of. Right? And that's the spirit we come in. Speaking of a new system, a new reality. What's that? 2 Peter 3? A world where righteousness dwells. Go ahead.
It says, spoke of a new kingdom and a new king.
And a new king. See, would not that be disturbing to the current king? Go ahead.
Herod.
Yep. Oh, Herod. It said Herod and And Jerusalem was troubled. So, yeah. So this uncomfortable, but you got
Like, they shall, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yep.
So they,
Yep.
it's completely contradicting to what they're going
Right.
Their main priority is to last,
Right.
extend this kingdom, America, this kingdom, forever.
And if I may, right, that's another example of a reaction. They reacted, right? They say their inward thoughts. That's these councils. They boast, they're coming up with all these different, hey, if you look up what was discussed there, it was everything concerning really establishing the New World Order. So that's an example of their inward thoughts, right, in their secret councils. The agenda is what? To continue, but it's a response. Oh shit, the reports say that we, oh okay. So they said, no, I will not be moved. Right? Matter of fact, did we get that one?
Oh no.
Let's get that. We go back to the article.
God, this is Psalms chapter 10, and I start at verse 8. It reads, "His ways are always grievous." Start at verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Read that again.
His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
That's the attention point.
The neighbors.
Right. You don't get the wrong attention. He keeping the interest of death angels. Oh, okay, another nigga. Right. Oh, that's the spirit.
Angel chasing that.
Yep, come on.
God, this is Psalms 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall.
Right, and his main enemy is really Israel. Because when you go into that word puff, it means to what? Incite, inflame. And the majority of these executive orders, because Esau is manifest, look, we don't have to interview every fucking individual Edomite. They got a figurehead now. They got a spokesman in the form of Trump. Right? He's signing off on executive orders, and pretty much the inspiration is to vex Israel. See? So he's puffing at his enemies, even in that sense, because he's instigating Jacob's trouble. That's why when you read Isaiah 10, woe to them who write unrighteous decrees and grievousness. You go into that word grievousness, it takes you back to the word trouble. Yeah?
It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
Read that again.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
Right. And on a minute level, you got Joe Six-Pack Edomites. They think they're going to always be here. Daytona, they done booked the goddamn tickets to Daytona 500, 2028. When it come down to Nashville, you know, shit. Talladega. Right? So that's on a small level, but the big picture is these meetings. That's their inward thoughts. See? Go ahead, read that again.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not. It said, I shall not be moved.
Yeah, they said that. They said that. Yeah. Well, what they AI is an effort to demonize us too. They get a picture of that nigga, right? He threw the hand gesture and they had that nigga up, and he saluted us. What the fuck? Like this dude coming by, where this nigga like, come on, man. Right. Yeah. That nigga doing together. Yeah, he working at the warehouse. Yeah. He working at Flair's warehouse. That is Flair. Yeah, that is, yeah. That's crazy. That was the spirit about that. Yep, come on.
God, it says, he have said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
See, he said in his heart he should not be moved. But if you're paying attention, that comes off as a response. That's a reaction. Because we tell him he will be moved. Why would he say I would not be moved? Like somebody say, I ain't going nowhere. Like, that means the motherfucker told you to get off the block.
Yeah,
Right.
That's it.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
So the scriptures is heavy. It's an entrance, it's a portal where you know the minds of the people. The scriptures say it discerns. Somebody go there. Somebody get that. Yep, they're Hebrews. Baba Kasab. Oh yeah, you got it.
Yep. Real quick, this is Isaiah 14 through 15. Real quick, Isaiah 14 and 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Yep.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the
Right,
sides
he's
of
gonna
the
be
north."
over Israel.
Exactly.
Right? He ain't worried about being over Moab because they got time to reign with the beast, man. Right? His whole objective is the poor. Why us? See? That show you the power of Yahawah outside. You mean to tell me these other guys not piquing your interest with goddamn missiles?
He's showing you when you look at you. You just observe Esau. Observe Esau. He watching us. For what? What reason?
Right.
Yeah.
His eyes is privately set on the poor. Right? Because the word comes with power. See? What?
It says, "I will also, Salakia, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High."
Right, he's going to rule over you. That's where the Quran will come in. See? What?
It says, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit."
Right, you're going to go and hey, that's Lazarus and the rich man. Because did not Lazarus go into hell? And we know hell in the pit is the destruction too, but it don't stop there. That's somewhat of the gateway into their future. All right, so that was it on that?
That was it.
Yeah, come on, let's get that one.
Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick
Yep.
and powerful.
See, this word powerful, man. It's quick, it's lively. It makes things happen. Hey, because somebody can say something, and if they not in a... Certain people can say something to push your button other than others. Right? Because if you respond, that means they mean something to you.
That's true. That's true.
Right, yeah, a hit dog, yep, that's it. A hit dog will bark. Right? Your baby mama come in there,
Exactly.
yeah. She gonna say something that's in it, right?
Hey, and that it usually be your mammy, or your, you know what I'm saying? It usually be your spirit. Or your spirit. That's what it usually be, man.
That's what we rather hear, you know, experience.
Yeah.
Go, you got it.
No, it usually be your mama, you know what I'm saying? Or your, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Or your baby mama, you know.
Right. You the one turn around.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Because we joined at the hip with Esau, man. This is an age-old conflict that's now reaching its perfection, man. What?
Done, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
Halalyam was my shot.
Yep. We like that fire breathing dragon. You have to fire break down the element. It's breaking down. Oh yeah, you go into that. Outside right there, yeah. That Lord got a sense of humor. Yes, you do. They got a way to get that. That was it. Yeah. It was any time. That was it. Yep, come on.
Done. It says, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
See? The soul and spirit is the inner you. Right? Go ahead.
and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Read that again.
And is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Right, that's not just reserved to individuals. No, really, to be honest with you, that goes into the secret counsel of the wicked, man. See, through the scriptures, we know why they saying what they saying. Right? And we just read. Let's go back there where it says, I should never be moved.
Psalm 10 and 6. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
See, so we're a discerner of those thoughts that take place in the secret counsel. That's one of the luxuries the prophets have, man. Who was that? Was that Elisha in 2 Kings, the 6th chapter? Speaks about, right? Matter of fact, we can get that one too. That's an actual account that serves as a foreshadowing as touching the prophets and the power we have to enter into the presence of the elites. Oh, that's why I say go into the gates of the noble. When you go into that word gate in the Hebrew, the root word, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the top. Matter of fact, somebody look and make sure. Wait, the gates of the noble? Matter of fact, somebody else get it. I know you hold something.
This is 2 Kings chapter 6.
Oh, no, that word.
Gates.
Right. Okay, thank you. Put on that.
Pronunciation 6, 07, top,
Yep.
opening, doorway,
Right.
entrance.
Now go to the root. Let me see some. Yeah. It's the sign, yeah. So it means to open, right? So, you know, when you consider the gates of the city, that's when you really enter physically into a king's prison. So we enter spiritually into his mind. We up in those Davos meetings. Through the spirit, through the scriptures. We able to read and decipher through the scriptures, and it gives us a glimpse into where Esau and the motivation behind him moving the way he moves.
Said, I become wiser than my enemies.
Yep.
You gotta know how they think and operate in order to do that.
Yep.
And then outside, the mind of Yahawah. The mind of the Father, he shared basically his mind with him.
Yep.
You think he don't know his creator, the one who he set up to be the enemy,
Right.
we gonna be able to enter his thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, because we in the counsel of the Lord.
Right.
Like, that's deep.
That's heavy, man. They got top secret. That ain't meant for. That ain't a real thing for nothing. Like that entity of top secret, classified.
And that's why Tucker Carlson came to meet with the apostle, man.
Yeah.
What was he doing there? This is the same guy that, is gonna be around Vladimir Putin years later. What make him come here, to understand what's going on in the world? The quick entrance ways through the prophets, because they're gonna be speaking things according to King.
What scriptures say, there's one man we can counsel with, Micah Allah, but he hated me. He speak nothing good concerning me. Because the prophets, we got a front row seat to the will of Yahawashi outside. Yep, well, that was it on that definition. Right, so that gates is really the entry point to their secret councils. We know exactly what the fuck we know their plans. See? And their response, right? Their response. And that's just like you consider like a sporting event. You got opposing teams, right? If you get in the right defense, they gotta respond to that. That's why you see a quarterback checking the play.
That's right.
Right? You gotta adjust to that. Yeah, it's an audible. Right. So it's really a response. An audible is a response. And see, the pride of Esau is go ahead with the play, man. Go ahead with the play. Yeah, we gonna rule anyway. See? Well,
I got something for you real quick. You mentioned Moses and Pharaoh, because he was given a certain message and Pharaoh responded. find it. This is Exodus 5:1. And after Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord power of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord, that I shall obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither would I let Israel go. So it's just going back to mention concerning this devil in his pride, he's going to just continue, man, doing his man. Despite he got the message, but the Lord hardened his heart, man. So for prophecy's sake, so things can play out according to the scriptures, you know.
Hey, that's why we come in the name of the Lord. That thrusts you into how kings operate. Like before they come invade, they let you know, look, King so and so, this is right, order from a certain king. So here it is. We done told you, like, this the Lord coming. Yet you said, nope, we're going to continue with the play. We're going to move forward with our plans to establish this new world order. See, so we can go back. No, brothers. Matter of fact, let's get these precepts and we'll go back.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places.
See, it said their inward thoughts. That's the meeting. And their house is really the new world order, man. Which will be compiled with smart cities. See? Because we know this based upon the drastic changes that's taking place. And ultimately, the change in currency. That's how you know what flow, which way a kingdom is flowing. See? Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land.
Right. Oh, so look, if they saying that, then that means that they canceling out the promises that was bestowed upon Israel. Right? It's not our promises. It's that of generations and generations. See? A small one amongst David would be thousands. And even in respect to our presence and being extending out to the heavens. Oh, that's why even this nigga Trump came out and said he vowed. And that's another thing. This nigga throwing that word vow around and let you know that that's the pride at his height. Nigga said he vowed to plant a flag on Mars. See? Yeah, that's crazy, that's funny. But it gives you a glimpse into the pride of Edom. Yep, come on.
They call their land after their own name.
Yeah, so that's the scriptures identifying who would be that offender. Who would be the very ones who would have the inner thoughts that they would continue forever. And does not for time and sake alone place us on the scene. Who telling him, hey, all these different movements, they never once said that really Esau was going to be moved. They just said, look, we going to get equal rights or die. You know, that was most extreme. Or maybe even, what is that, Kabul? Is that what his name? Kabul was the only one who came close. Right? To the truth of the matter, right? Kabul did extensive research, man. And he said, you know what? The white man got to go. But see, he's saying that he's gonna go. See that? So that's the response he is giving us. Nope. Inward thoughts forever. Come on.
Book of Psalms 10, verse 7, it says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and pride.
Yep.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Right, when you peer beneath the legislations, right, under his tongue is what? Vanity is mischief. See? Because he believed that his legislation, somebody give me that, you know what I want, Isaiah 47? That's one. Or there's one in the Apocrypha. Yeah, get that one, get both of them.
God, the book of, so like in Isaiah chapter 47 in verse 8, there's like it. Verse 10, so like it. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
Right, they trusted in their wickedness. when they trust in their wickedness, this is trusting really on in the legislations and laws they wrote. They trust in it. They'll come remove you out of your home, and they'll do it with a clear conscience, like, okay, because this is according to Article Section 4B. See? All right?
It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, they have perverted thee.
Yep.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Right, see, because the Lord is established on his laws. That's how the Lord established himself, man. Through the regulations that govern the earth. See? But Esau saying, look, there's none beside me. So he leaned towards his legislation. So let's prove it.
Con, the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, in verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Yep, read that again.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Right, so their strength, their power is not of Yahawashi. In their mind, even though we know that's not to be the case, they power is from the Lord. Right? What's that? Isaiah 10. See? Yeah. So they're saying, look, our strength, our power is due to what we write and what we prescribe. That gives us clearance to go into your country, right? And take your resources and take down the king or leader of your government and replace him with a CIA operative so he can further their agenda. They do that based upon their legislation, man. See? Come on.
Real quick, this is the book of Psalms 12. I start at verse 3.
Yep.
The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things.
Right, that's dealing with Esau, man. The Lord say gonna cut that off. You're not gonna be receiving bills. Oh, what Job said in Job 3, the voice of the somebody get that. Because that's what's more vexing. His voice, which is what? His legislation and laws. Right? You get an alert. You know, you used to get the physical mail a lot, and now you get some damn alert on the phone.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's a proud statement, man, saying I will vow to plant a flag on Mars.
Right.
And that's proud as hell, man. You haven't even planted your flag in certain parts of in this world, man.
Right.
I mean, you don't know everything about the planet Earth. How in the hell you finna go all the way to Mars, light years away?
Yeah. Hold on. That's true, yeah.
Just gonna say, I'm thinking of that. You can't even pass the Van Allen belt, man. But you saying you vow? I mean, you vow. That's a heavy word.
Yeah. You vow, you know. That's a proud demon, man.
Proud demon, man.
The spirit, man. You see that? That's a proud demon. They ain't been to the moon, man.
Yeah, you ain't been to the moon. Yeah.
They'll burn up.
Right.
That light, the moon, right, is referred to as a light. The lesser light, man. So it's like a bulb. That's why I got to outline it, but it's really a force of light. It's housed. It houses light in a sense. You can't deal with the moon unless you're angelic.
All right.
You got footage of so-called UFOs hovering around the moon. Yep, come on.
Job 3.
Oh yeah. It might be around 18 or something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of Job 3 and 18, there the prisoners rest together.
Right. So Job is venting out of the vexation of his spirit. And he's desiring to die. So he's saying in the afterlife, in the spirit world, you don't have to deal with the things you deal with in this realm. So let's get it again.
There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
Right, see? The voice of the oppressor. Right, so that proves that the planet Earth is governed from times and ages, you have rulers to rule whatever respective part of the world the Lord delegated to them. We're in the time of Esau's final, right? This is the final run of Esau. Because remember, he was brought back to life in a sense. So what comes with his rulership is his voice, meaning these decrees, legislations going forth. So let's go back here.
Come on. Book of Psalms 12, verse 3, it says, the Lord, Yahawashi shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speak of proud things, who have said, with our tongue will we prevail.
See, so with their laws and legislation, they will prevail. When they took down the natives, them devils actually had the gall to pull out a scroll, right, while they were slaughtering and pillaging, and speak in a tongue the natives didn't even know. Oh, that's why you even see today, right, where they give you a commercial, at the end of it, motherfucker be moving fast. That's fucking wicked, man. That's wicked as fuck. Yeah, the most important shit, man. My kidney on the line. You know what I mean? Right. Right, exactly. Bloody stool. Oh, they get you with that money shit too. Like if you get a loan, you know, they going to the APR and all that shit.
You're right.
That shit like rapid eye.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Walk away.
Right.
That's why it's called arm in the leg.
Yeah.
Cost an arm and a leg.
They come back and amputate it at some point in time. In the past, they amputate your arm or your leg if you ain't paid dues.
Right, you didn't know. Else you wouldn't have signed off. I wouldn't do that, man. Then they come back and take your organ.
It says,
This is not really for all Israelites. That's correct.
who else?
It's a lot, you know what I mean? All Edomites can't get the dollars.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's heads amongst Israel and heads amongst Edom. And that's where the thoughts are in the head. So we know the thoughts of the wicked. Yep, right.
It says, who have said, with our tongue will we prevail. Our lips are our own, who is Lord over us.
Right, and that goes into what you read. We can go back to that in Exodus. Same place. Same place, man. Their response was, look, we don't know this Yahawashi, which they know him, but they don't acknowledge him. That's why they're trying to set up traps for Yahawashi to return. You know, like you set off an alarm to trigger somebody when they enter into your house.
Space Force.
Right, Space Force. And that's one of the actual, is it six? Yeah, that's one of the official 6 branches of Esau.
God, Exodus 5:1. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a peace unto me in the wilderness.
Right, and pretty much in essence, the rallying cry is that Israel is to be freed. See, the scriptures say what? Oppression will not arise. Somebody want to get that one? It's important, you know, to let the precepts, that strike a nerve. You devils listening, man. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 24. It said, but I will take you out of the nations. I will gather you, this in NIV. But I will take you out of the nations. I will gather you from all the countries and bring you back into your own land. I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. I will cleanse you from all your impurities and from all your idols.
Right, that's starting now. Start with the word. What's that? St. John 15. Yep, come on.
I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you.
Right, now, we're going to get that in its fullness in the world to come. You know, you'll have somebody to use that as a precept to complement a new, they got new ain't gotta say it. Can't put the pencil back. Right? Like, Jake, simple, man. You got a new heart, but something drives you to drink a Coke. You know what? That's them guys. Remember, you had them men who went out and said we was. They said that the resurrection had already. Right. That's that impatient spirit. What?
He said, I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws.
Right. So we witnessing the beginning stages of that promise. See? And ultimately, it's a declaration of what? Let my people go so they can serve me. Right? They have for so long, or so like we've been here for this duration of time, right? That didn't ran its course, man. See it? Look at Isaiah 40. Right? Speak comfortably unto Jerusalem. And tell her what? Her warfare is accomplished. Right?
Exodus 5 and 2. It says, and Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
Right, so that's the response from Esau, man. No, we're going to quickly get the new world, you know? But again, that's a reaction. Because why would you, hey, you got time, man. Right, technically, Trump, you got 4 years. Why would you sign all them damn legislations within a 24-hour window? When technically you got 4 years. Right, he hit the ground running, man. It was a sense of urgency. Right, that proves that spiritually we're in the presence of them. See, the Lord called. The Lord don't have to have you physically there. Some niggas marching, IUIC go march at Davos. Them niggas will do some shit. Like, you know, they get a ticket to Switzerland. Right, no, the Lord ain't operating. It's spiritual. We in the presence of Pharaoh because there's a meeting of the minds, man. See that?
And we was in the womb together.
Yeah. Ooh. That's it, bro. Yeah, that's
And
it.
there each other's thoughts.
Yeah.
Womb.
Hey.
Fighting.
Yep. And that fight really was for rulership. Because when you go into that word, what the scripture say? They wrestle. They struggle. When you look up that word struggle, one of the words there is oppress. So they were fighting for rulership in the womb. See? What? That was it? Yeah, so we can go back to that. Isaiah, you got something, bro? Yeah, you can.
This is Nehemiah 1 and verse 9. What do you imagine against the Lord, Yahawashi?
See, imagine. See, thoughts. Your imaginations is in your mind. A nigga daydream about stunning. Hey, we daydream about, like, ruling. Right, having them moments like, see, told you. And then you pull out a, you know what I mean? Right, yeah, double-edged sword. But he imagining he gets off on having Israel in captivity. Right? Read that again.
It says, what do ye imagine against the Lord, Yahawashi? He will make an utter end.
Right. The Lord gonna make an utter end. The brother read it. He gonna cut off flattering lips, which is the decrees of the oppressors. And he's gonna make an utter end to America. And that utter end is gonna entail the utter end of the LGBT, you know? Well, even Black Lives Matters, right? Islam, all that. Record companies. Yeah, the words they're in. Because you have a nigga right there. Well, it's just being real, man. Like a nigga, that's so low level. A nigga made it because he got a record company, you know? Cash out, you know? Stupid niggas, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says affliction shall not rise up the second time.
Right, so you can scratch and claw somebody, get Jeremiah 5. You can make these threats. And you know what? We ain't against. Hey, we thankful that Trump is in office, man. Let's get that straight. Don't get the signals twisted. You ear hustlers get wind of this, and you think we standing against Trump. No, man. We glad that Trump is up. And the Lord Cole, remember we was making them bold declarations about Trump when he was first in office. And then the Lord took him out of office. And then, you know, it's kind of hard to get the momentum. How many presidents had another term? There's not many presidents. What other president got another term that you could really think of? Else it was just back to back. I ain't talking about they was disrupted and came back.
Might have never happened.
It never happened, I don't believe. You know, it happened. The brother probably researched it. I think the brother, I would say the brother researched it for real. Yeah, because every time he said the brother, go and look it up. But yeah. See? Obama, he had back to back, right? But then this guy, the Lord took him off the scene so it could add to the intrigue. Because we was like, yeah, Trump. And then a lot of niggas had a sigh of relief, you know. They had moments, niggas who didn't really want to believe. So the Lord took him out, then the Lord had that nigga come back, man.
They probably did it also just because they needed 2020 to happen.
Yeah.
He wouldn't really go for it the way they needed. You know, they probably sat him in the room. Listen, we're gonna do this.
Right. Yeah, because they cut it, you know. And no matter what wing, right or left wing, is on the same evil. Because a lot of the shit he was against, he pushing it full fledged, man. He got this whole Department of Efficiency. With this guy, Elon Musk. See? He gonna more than likely administer the Quran. Very heavy moment in biblical prophecy, man. And we know he's the top catalyst to bring in World War III. Remember back in the first meeting in Brussels? What happened? He bust through the goddamn crowd. See?
Eagle.
Yeah, Biden looked like a sick eagle.
Yeah, he did.
And he came like a revigorated back then.
Going back to oppression will not rise. The second time, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, the brothers read Lamentation 4:22. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity." It says, "He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." Yeah, so hey, after this captivity is over, that oppression won't rise again, man. Because it is oppression for one to be locked up, man. And then this America is a delusion. He will make you think, you know, Americans think they free, but not for real. You just able to roam into prison. Yeah. What's the airplane commercial? Now you're able to fly about the country. You know, that's it. They just give you a little liberty to yeah, that's it. A permission slip to roam in the jail a little bit. But you're still in captivity. So that's oppression, man. But this will not rise again. Thus saith the Lord. Yeah, work in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's the only one.
They said few former presidents have run for their old job or anything else after leaving office. And it says there were 4 of them.
Okay.
It says Martin Van Buren, Millard Fillmore, and Theodore Roosevelt. Trump make the 4.
Yeah. See? So Lord said that. Yeah. Yep. So come on, we can go back.
Jeremiah 5.
Oh yeah, I think around 22 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, yeah, come on, bro.
He said how many presidents ran but not consecutively. He says 2 U.S. presidents. He says Governor Cleveland and Donald Trump.
Right.
Only 2.
It was just 2. I believe Glover Cleveland. I'm not mistaken. No, it might not have been, but after he got shot or something too. I'm not mistaken, man. Did he? Say he got shot. He didn't die right away. One of them got shot and died a little later. It might not be him, but. Hey, man. Don't worry about looking at him. Come on, hey, why, you gotta understand what's going on. You know? Well, no, yeah. Baha, come on.
Jeremiah.
Oh,
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 22. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence? Which shall place the sand for the bound of the sea?
Right, so the Lord making his presence felt, man. And on all fronts, in every capacity. Not just physically on your streets, but his presence is felt in these meetings. Right? But hey, is Esau trembling? Nope. Again, like we said, he's not audible. He said, let's go with the play. Because they trust in their playbook, right? Which is the legislations and laws. Well,
By a perpetual decree?
right, but the Lord got a decree that's perpetual. And this decree had everything to do with the rise and fall of kings. See? The Lord got the final verdict on who rules. How about that? Because them devils going hard to try to rule and remain in the power seat. Go ahead.
That it cannot pass it. And though the waves...
Right. So the Lord got a date. Well, America is through in the system. And because the horse sit on the beast, right? The horse gets sniped, then the beast gonna fall. You know? They connected. So the fall of America assures that the red scarlet colored beast, which is the Edomites, will not continue in power. Their system will no longer have reign throughout the planet Earth. Go ahead.
And though the waves thereof toss themselves...
Right, though the waves toss themselves, who the waves are? The people. But ultimately, Esau. See? That beast that came out of the sea. So amongst the people, you got Esau. And right now, he heard the report. And his reaction, he's tossing. He's fighting and resisting, you know? What?
Yet can they not prevail?
Right, you're not going to prevail. What?
Though they roar,
Yet
can they not pass over it?
Right, so you can roar with your legislation, those draconian measures. Guess what? You're still not going to prevail. You're not going to add 1 cubit to your statute. You got a time to rule, and that's that. Let's speak about that in, yep, that's one, but I'm thinking about it in Apocrypha. The Lord don't disturb the...
Oh, yeah, no, measure the time.
Yes, the Lord measure the times to the said measure. See? So, yep, come on.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 10. It says, Yahawah by Yahawashi bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh...
It said he bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, man. Matter of fact, can you start at verse 9, Papa Shah?
Book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 9. Where he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast.
So that's the decree of Yahawah Yahawashi, man. Whatever the Lord's intent and purposes is, it's going to come through, man. You know, it's not going to be a failed, he got to redo it. No, he's going to accomplish to which he pleased. You got it, right?
It says, Yahawah by Yahawashi bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
So that show you that his counsel is going to override the counsel of these nations, man. Their intents and purposes, it don't matter because it's not aligned for prophecy. Prophecy gonna override what Esau his intents and purposes are.
Like the higher will. higher willpower overtake the smaller willpower.
Yeah, just like going back to going to the calling the audibles. You'll have an offensive coordinator, but you can have the head coach say, "Nah, we're gonna run this."
Right.
You know,
Override.
he gonna override your play. So he's over there. You got going on. The boy, man, he kick that shit to the side, man. Prophecy is gonna happen. You got it,
It says, he maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
and that device is because ultimately it's gonna lead to a device.
Right.
This man, this new world order, it's not gonna come about, man. Or it's gonna allow this man to think that he's gonna get the shit going. But then he say he's gonna reign upon him while he is eating, man. So whatever you think that you got going on, boy, it's not aligned with prophecy, man. Prophecy is gonna override the decree of Yahawah is gonna override anything that you got going on.
That includes Davos, Bilderberg, CFR, all these meetings and councils that they've taken all this time out for. You could actually laugh at it, man. It's laughable at the end of the day because it's not higher than the will of the Heavenly Father. You're trying to permeate the skies with a bow and arrow.
Too long,
Trying to hit
the
the
arms
sun.
are too short. Boss of God.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that goes back to what you just said. They going back, I think it's Job 12, which speaks about the deceived, and the deceiver are his. We know who the deceived are, but guess what? Esau, you fall in that category as being the deceived. You are the deceiver. You're the great deceiver. But this category that we're talking about, you fall in the category. You fall. Wow. You fall in the category. You fall in the category of being the deceived too, man. Hey, cause the Most High got the Most High got you deceived, man. Yeah. You got him.
I got something real quick. Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord is actually Proverbs 19.
You ready?
It says there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. And so that's even just a nigga. It's 5-year plan, man. To the powers that be. It said, yeah, they got intense purposes. But fuck that. The counsel of the Lord, that's where it's at, man.
Right.
You know?
And you need everything to continue the way it is already in order to make a plan. Your plan is only as good as this society being the way it is. But let an EMP go on. Try to keep your plan in the middle of the EMP. Try to keep your 5-year plan, and they just shut down all the where the water is what's the word? Polluted. There's some type of spill, and the water get polluted. So your plan is only as good as the society keeping on the way it's on. We already know that take the Heavenly Father to keep that going.
If I may too, when the missiles come, airplane gonna go out the window.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Niggas, Josh is gonna adjust
Yep.
to the missile car, then you ain't gonna have shit else, man.
That's the great plan destroyer.
Yeah.
That should be a missile named the plan destroyer.
Oh, the
Yeah.
scriptures say he shall rain down.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Don't rain on my parade.
Yeah. So like the milk, that stops it all. You
Yeah,
know.
dude. Yep.
This is Exodus 15 and 21. And Miriam answered them, sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. And the elder mentioned that the woman is up on the horse. That's like that's a horse and a rider right there. Once the woman get knocked off, the horse get knocked off, the Lord plan becomes glorious again.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 24. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. Amen. These are mighty acts that Yahawah is boasting in.
Right.
It says that frustrate of the tokens of the liars and make of diviners mad, that turn of wise men backward and make of their knowledge foolishness. So the play that they running is not going to work, man. You know? You got to go back to the drawing board, and the play you finna run next is worse than the play you initially wanted to run, man. Because the counsel of Yahawah is going to sting, man. See?
He's trying to force the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, man, you ran 3 yards in the cloud of dust. You ran the H back up the middle. You came, you had a hurry up offense and ran it right back.
How successful was that?
Right.
Player ran 3 times in a row.
That's what he trying to do with that C hill too.
Yeah.
He trying to run that same play with the C hill.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you know, I know you mentioned that all the time. That Dateline, they first introduced it.
Yeah.
And the apostle came, they had to go back, call the audible.
Well, it was actually July 7th. No, it was July of 07. It was the same time when the apostles came on the internet. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Hey, the devil have been trying to run that same play,
Right.
man. Even this pandemic with the C-19,
Yeah.
all of those things was a setup, like a play action type or whatever you want to think of. It's still the same play, man. You know?
Test run is a run of, it's a test of the run that you're going to play later.
You motion the tight end,
Right.
but you still running.
Yeah, exactly. And we calling it out.
Yeah.
You know, like you have like the line
Yeah.
Not just in football, like in basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
Screen and pick it over them.
Right.
You calling it out. Now that discourages, right? Because you can just play it off and combat it, but when you call it out, now it's psychological. So it discourages. And you pissed, man. You like, shit.
It's better that you didn't even call it out.
Right.
Because the point of having a playbook is that the other side don't know. Was that the bird that's see the
Lane.
Surely in vain is the
Right,
next
yeah.
word.
you know the play that got the boil them underneath the skin, man. Because we just basically he calling the play and we just telling our team, all right, so that's
Yeah.
And then you the fourth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you ever seen them upsets in the tournament?
Yeah.
Some niggas lose to,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Sanford University. The white boys, them niggas running some just solid. They ain't in the way. They ain't got the 5-star players. Motherfuckers making textbook passes. And they just laying them motherfucker off the glass. They up 20. They get outsmarted so they know that you pissed, man.
Oh, that's Cinderella.
Right, yeah, the Cinderella story, yeah. Right.
2 Kings chapter 6.
Look at that.
Eight. 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such a place shall be my camp. And the man of the Most High.
That's the devil mean. That's the means, man.
Good.
That's it.
They plotting, you know. But then you see the boy set up, got that prophet man to stand in the way of this man playing.
Come, and the man of the Most High sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down.
Pans or reverse, whatever. We calling this man plays out, man. This devil is a diabolical. He's a, you know, ain't nothing more dangerous than a hurt beast, and that's what this man is, man. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to implement this new world order, bringing forth that CEO digital shackles. That's what he's trying to do, man. He's trying to put everything on lock, you know.
Digital all.
Right.
Trying to do it gradually.
Yep.
Then the time is short, so you got fire burning behind him, so he got to jump out the window.
Yeah.
He can't, that gradual plan got to come to an end.
Well,
Then-
time.
Yeah.
Time.
Operation Warp Speed.
Right. It go back to like again. You see this wisdom through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. We're going into illustrations so it can make sense. When you look at sports, the clock dictates. You can't keep running no goddamn.
Dang.
ISO, yeah. Pull back, dive. Right? Because why? The clock is against you. The clock itself dictates how you move now. That's why you saying basketball, a nigga haul off and shoot a half-court shot. Because the clock told him jump, nigga, just like you said. The clock told your ass to jump.
I think that's what 2020 was, man. That was the clock. Like, it came out of it was too obvious. You know? Just, everybody has to do this. Just what we do, what about amendments and all of that? So it seemed like it was like a clock was ticking type of move.
Yeah. Trump coming out fouling, you know? That's a reaction. Like you said, you got 4 years, bro. Technically, why all this? Because you're going to find out they reacted to the prophets, man. Matter of fact, somebody hold that in Revelation 12. Right? And I think the point down in the end of it, but let's go back to what we read.
And the king, it's the 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 10. And the king of Israel sent to the place where the man of the Most High told him and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once, nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing.
And if I may, that's Esau, man. He's being troubled in the mind. Because we brought it out too, he can't sleep unless he calls on the fall. This nigga losing, man. That same play that always worked, these certain things that he used to do, he come out with a new rapper, new McDonald burger, these certain trends will lure Jake back to sleep.
Right.
That shit don't work no more, man. Everybody see right through this man, man.
Oh, but they got the whole woke,
Yeah, that,
right?
yeah.
Vibration in the earth.
Right, yeah, that's
So the average nigga busting a blunt down, this nigga speaking about Socrates or something, and you know, you know, right?
He fed up. He's at the creature, waited for the manifestation.
Well, the scripture speaks about knowledge shall increase. So you got the internet, a nigga can just Google.
talking about the Rawchaa.
Right, yeah, niggas, yeah, speaking on the Rothschilds. So that play right there, right, this man, he pretty much hinging everything on you being asleep. Right? Because really his approach simple. It was just at the beckoning of Israel being so much in a low state, all he had to do was just step over your ass. Right? He let off a gas. I forgot what I was watching. Oh, it was a Twilight Zone. I don't know if y'all remember the Rip Van Winkle one, when the guy stole the gold and they slept. They went forward in time. Right, and if you watch it right closely at the beginning, they tell you how they did it. They said the scientist, he let off a gas in the truck, the gold truck. Everybody went to sleep. He said all we had to do is just step over motherfuckers and get the gold. Right? That's the same with the state of Israel and all the nations. That veil means your ass sleep, man. When you close the eyelids, that's that veil, you sleep. And what's that? I want to say that's Isaiah 52, where they said, lay down that we might go over you. So when you get to the point where nobody got enough fight to resist you, and they just laying down, only thing you got to do is step over. But now, that body is waking it up, you know. We didn't woke up and stood. Right? But then you got everybody else, they waking it up to your bullshit, man. You can't just creep around the house and still, motherfuckers waking up, but do the time. You ain't got all night in that motherfucker. At some point, that person gonna, no matter how knocked out they was, time, right, is gonna assure that they're gonna wake up and start catching.
Some gonna rise.
I know what I'm just thinking.
Light.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's that, Joel 38? Right? Morning. Matter of fact, get that. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's when you see things. If you out on your patio overnight, right? If you sit there long enough for the morning, you're gonna see something. You might then recognize that was a tire iron by the tree. But when the sun, as it rises, you make out, oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, I can keep that too, yeah. The sun making his way up.
There's like different casts of light, but the channels, the churches, the body, different casts of light coming out. Now you can make out more and more.
Right.
Every day you make out more of what this empire really is and how long it got. And it got, what is that, in Ezra? The more we search this, the more that
Yeah, that's it.
the world hasten fast, to pass away. So it's a speed, it's going at a 100 miles an hour towards destruction.
Right. So that's why that dude signed all the executive orders. Because he creates no prophecy, man. The Edomites were in the predominant position, seats of rulership. No, they under Yahawashi, man. And the word of the Most High. Thus making Yahawashi what? The King of Kings. That's why it was Isaac who bestowed those blessings amongst Jacob and Esau.
The book of Job, chapter 38, I start at verse 10. It reads, "And break up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors."
Right, those bars and doors represent what? The coming and going of men. And again, this King's language. So yeah, we can apply it to just the average PM, but no, we speak it to the elites. We went into that. Moses and Aaron, they went into the presence of Pharaoh. So as we go into the gates of the nobles, right, we present in our case to the elites, man. So we telling you the Lord set up bars and doors. And only somebody got the key to that. Yahawashi got the key. Because remember, even when you read Revelation, the 20th chapter, it speaks about the key to the bottomless pit. The Lord was the reason why Esau came out of obscurity and went back into power. Man. That's an example of the bars and gates. So Esau running and ran to a fucking gate. Ran into a gate, man. With the house sound, you know what I mean? Prophecy. Go ahead.
And said, "Here the two shalt thou come."
See, so you got a certain point to rule, and that's it. Go ahead.
But no further.
But no further. Right? You can read about that in Revelation 9. That was giving him an hour, a day, month, year. So the Lord said, look, you can run, right? Because when you read Romans, the 9th chapter, it speaks about Pharaoh. And in that same breath, it says, it's not of he who willeth or runneth, but the Most High who showeth mercy. Now, on the big picture, the mercy is rulership, man.
That scripture in Thessalonians that go into that, like he that now letteth, until he that letteth will let,
Yeah.
And the coming of, until the coming, then they shall be revealed.
Right.
Until the coming of the Lord.
Right.
And fire, and so it shows you he running right into the direction of the interception. Boom.
Running into the place, into the set. That's frustrating too, right? Get the fuck out of here. But that is, man. Yep, come on.
God, it says, "And here
Like you can't take the sack now, the clock running. You know they tell you that.
Yeah, God.
This is the worst time to take a sack, man.
God.
Yeah, go ahead.
And here shall thy proud ways be stayed."
Right, and that proves that that's prophecy when you read Job 38. Those proud ways represent what? The nations at its plight, which was represented by Esau. Esau is the last in a series and succession of kings having dominion on the planet Earth. So it is framed as the proud way. Somebody can give me something to support that those waves and pride is synonymous? Yep, come on.
The book of Psalms 124.
Right.
And I just started at 4. It said, "Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our souls."
Right, that's rulership talk. When you over somebody, right? That's the same narrative Yahawashi. When Yahawashi spoke about Lazarus and the rich man, he just pretty much summarized the whole thing. I'm gonna just give it to you like this. They going into captivity, and you're going to rule on. Why? Well, in their lifetime, they had power over you, and you was fucked up. He simplified. See? Go ahead.
It says, then the proud waters had gone over our souls.
Go ahead.
Blessed be the Lord, Yahawashi, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth.
Right, and you're going to see that in his lifetime perfected. His teeth represent what? His military, his sword. That's why the scriptures say, at least there was a remnant. So the Lord not going to give over those precious stones to this man, because the elect, when you go deeper to the concept of the elect, it translates to the seed. The chosen and the seed and the elect. I forget. I believe that's in the book of, it might be Romans 4 where it speaks about the seed of Abraham or something. It's one of those Greek words, when you look it up, it takes you back, it gives you a glimpse into what the elect really stands for, symbolizes. It symbolizes the next generation. Because the Lord got to build a new world off somebody, man. You got to have a foundation which to build the world to come. It might be.
I got something to back you up on that. So Rawchaa chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. That foundation, man, you know, in due time. And that time is fastly approaching, man, where the Lord is going to set over one who is profitable, which is our Lord Yahawashi. You know, Esau running to that gate. He got Yahawashi listening to him, you know. He can't pass it, man. You know, as much as he want to toil and come up with different schemes and different plots, it's not going to amount to him ruling any minute past his time, man.
Right.
See?
And why Joe speak of a boundary. You know, a boundary it's just like an invisible force field, man. You know, like you can run to it, you can try to dig under it, you can try to leap over it. You can't get through it, you can't pass it.
That's that gulf too.
Yup.
That's elements of that gulf that's fixed where no man can pass. And he said, we can't go back to this and you can't go to our time, right? Because it's set up, right? But just like we look at the statue of Daniel, they different body parts. Those are different sections. They separated, right? You got the arms, but that's separate than the feet. Them two whole different functions. So now you got McDonald's, credit cards. That's a whole different realm than the kingdom of heaven, or even back with the Babylonians, like the head of gold, because the head and the arms are two different realms. See? So if you don't, you can still look for that. Somebody, or what it was, a Romans 4. We could get somebody to get that one like you look for. It might be the same one. Somebody get Romans 4. And you know what? Start at around the 18th verse. Read that.
Romans chapter 4, verse 18.
That might be the point.
Who against hope believed in hope.
Right, and that's dealing with who? That's dealing with Abraham. Against hope. He was against all odds. Right? Because his wife was, what? She was barren. He wanted a son. He had to believe that that would happen. What?
That he might become the father of many nations.
See?
According to that which was written, so shall thy seed be.
Right. Now click on that word seed. And another one too, when you go into Job, it speaks about gathering that seed into the barn. Right? That seed represents the elect, man. Right? Because that barn is the house of David. This is that barn. See? Come on.
Scrolls G4690, sperma, it says, from which a plant germinates, the seed, i.e. the grain or kernel, which contains within itself the germ for
right, within itself, that's key. That cuts out those Christians. Right? We the father of Abraham. But now when you go into that word father, it goes back to father in the corporeal nature. Which corporeal means what? You go, that's bloodline, man. That's an actual father. So you can't say, nope, we spiritually the children of Abraham. What? Read that again?
It says the grain or kernel which contains within itself.
It within itself. So if I plant an orange seed, I'm gonna get an orange because that seed is within itself. It's the same thing. So Israelites can't be other nations, right? You're an Israelite. The seed within yourself. Go ahead.
It's like you can't produce a whole life.
Right.
You can't produce an Ammonite, produce an Israelite.
Yep. That's the seed within itself. Now he might look like a Moabite. You might pop a Moabite woman, and you come out with Tiger Woods. But that's an Israelite. Go ahead.
It says of the future plants.
Read that again.
It says which contains within itself the germ of the future plant.
Right. So the Israelites back in the ancient world, the forefathers, they wasn't done away with. They back today. Just like the Edomites. The offspring of Cain, these Edomites today is the physical manifestation of the Edomites of the Bible. Right? And just like the Israelites you see out here, predominantly those of us out here who staking the claim that we're going to be rulers. We're a physical manifestation that we sprung from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because why? The promise was to who? Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So that's why we're here today speaking about rulership. Well,
it says metaphor, a seed, i.e. a residue, or a few survivors reserved as the germ of the next generation.
See that? Read that part again.
It says, or a few survivors reserved.
See, a few survivors reserved. Go ahead.
As the germ of the next generation.
Right. So the next generation, the world to come, is going to be based upon those spirits who the Lord reserved from destruction. And we're going to be set up as the foundation. Because when you go into the idea of a seed, it goes back to stones as well. It's certain, matter, somebody do me a favor. Look up seeds known as stones. And see if it should pull some right up on it. It's the reason why the elect is the seed as well. Because you build upon a seed. The kingdom of heaven is going to be built off the person of the scribe, as the scripture says. That's the prophets, man. Yep, come on.
It says seeds known as stones. It says seeds surrounded by a hard layer called a stone are found in stone fruits.
Right, go ahead.
And it says stone fruits include peaches, plums, apricots,
Right,
cherries.
so those seeds and those fruits is actually stones. So, right? That's why, hey, it's no coincidence. The truth is that great millstone. I ain't make that up. I didn't come up with that so it can fit the teacher point. The Lord set that up. Did we make up that definition? No. So seed, right? They're likened to the language. So they are referred to a stone. Why? Because you build off a stone. Just like you build off a seed. Yep.
1 Peter 2:4. To whom, just think about it, to whom coming as unto a living stone. This, well, you know what? When I was a lot. Okay. Next verse it says, a living stone disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahawah precious. NLT say, you are coming to Yahawashi, who is the living cornerstone of Yahweh's temple. He was rejected by people, but he was chosen by Yahawah for great honor. Verse 5, and you are living stones, KJV, lively stones, that Yahawah is building into his spiritual temple. What more, you are holy priests.
Well, if I may, right, the priests, looks like it, the next kings of the earth will be priests. That's how you know that righteousness is going to be in the earth. That's why the scripture liken the kingdom and the governing body to kings and priests. That's why even when you look at the temple, the rebuilding of the temple it's spiritual in a lot of senses. Remember when Yahawashi was spoke about the temple? Jake was messed up because they were thinking about a physical thing. But Yahawashi was really speaking about the governing body, man. Right? So the nation's going to pay tribute to the temple. The kings and priests. See, because from that power seat, the ordinance of Yahawah is going to go into the earth. Hey, just like you got the White House, or the governing body is the temple, man. Now it's going to be a physical, right, place where you're going to have memorials. You're going to have memorials in the kingdom too, man. Right? In righteousness. But ultimately, it's not about a physical building, or you're looking at the temple now.
People.
Yeah.
Like Jerusalem is people before it's a place.
Right.
Temple got to be filled. If it's filled with the wrong people, it becomes a wicked temple. This temple's on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah. Your body is a temple.
Right.
And every structure that's erected got a foundation.
Right. You're building up your outside.
Right.
Even when you look at the temple, right, it was places where you had the outer temple, the outer courts, certain places where the nations could actually come so close. Then you had other places were only delegated to the high priest, right? The Holy of Holies,
Inner courts.
the inner courts. So really, that's like a foreshadowing of the governing body too, man. The kings and priests are going to be the highest level of the structure that's set up that's going to govern the world. That's why the scriptures say, I have made thee kings and priests. Royal priesthood. No goddamn president of suit and tie or some shop, right? With some damn. No, we're going to be looking like the ancient priests. That's going to be the next leadership. It's going to be scary too, because we're going to be bringing down, right, the law, statutes, and commandments, man, which come with penalties. You could die from breaking it. Right? You die from breaking the commandment. So that was it. Oh, the letter killing. Right, that picking up sticks on the side, that real for a reason. Oh yeah, you get stoned, yeah. We're gonna be heavy in the spirit, man. Like the zeal of the Lord, you know. We're gonna be in the spirit to get things right in the earth.
Well, what is that, Romans? That's why I said the creature waiteth for the manifestation. You got an earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. Like the elder said, we're going to be getting things back right, man. All of the wrong that Esau has done in the earth, all the incorrect rulership that he put forth, we're going to come and correct it. You know what I'm saying? Spearheaded by Yahawashi.
Yep.
You know, the trees, what is that, Isaiah 14, when it speaks about the trees. Yep. Now that's speaking, that's twofold. You know, right. the actual trees is going to rejoice because deforestation is going to be done away with. Right. But that also represents the other nations too, man, or men. Right. What is that, Luke? I see men as trees. So the point is, everything in creation, man, from the bees to the other nations, the water, the earth itself, man, right. is gonna rejoice when Yahawashi and the governing body of Israel back in their proper place, man, because everything gonna be governed right.
Right. You're gonna be eating of the tree of life.
Right.
And because even what the scripture say, every man under his vine, First King. And because there was a time when we was covering ourselves with the leaves of the trees, right? Like you were taking on customs, right? But in the world to come, it's not going to be a coexisting influence. No, it's going to be the law, statutes, and commandments or die. That's a t-shirt. But you know these niggas will run with it though. Yeah, you right. Keep the commandments or die. Yeah, you can see Israelite looking like a rabbit. Nigga got long dread, beard. Yeah, that nigga like a predator.
Second Ezra 3:36 6, thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. I mean, that shows you that it's really the tribes, 12 tribes, that are going to be implementing, precepts, man, implementing it back to the rest of these nations. The scripture that tell you that they're going to go down to Zion, and then learn from Zion, right? So we're going to be in a lot of teachers, executioners, judges, priests, That's what's going to be the governing body of Israel. Basically exact this back by measure of the law, according to the scriptures, with how the nation should behave and what they have to do and whatnot. It's going to be a glorious thing, man, because Israel's not going to be able to offend or go off. So just like you got leaders today, let's say politicians and whatnot, these politicians are just as guilty of the laws that they are voting on. They are guilty of it, man. And so you ain't gonna have a corrupt governing body in the kingdom of heaven through that new heart, right? That fleshly heart, the laws in our inward parts. We're gonna be able to judge righteously at all times. And that's what that's basically the blessing that the Lord gonna bestow upon us. And that's another reason why we're never gonna come down, because we can't offend the Lord anymore. It's our offenses that got us in this situation, right? Our disobedience that got us into this captivity.
I got something real quick. This is it's a lot. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 16. Oh, you had it too.
I was gonna start at the top. Now you got it.
It says, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. So, and that's what you see the results of this man being in power, man. Everything really fucked us. It said, woe to thee, O land. As the elementary concerned, like as just the trees, just really life itself is suffering under this man being in power, man. It says, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. And so that shows you that this devil, he really don't even supposed to be in power, man. That's why things are not functioning properly. Your car take 93, you keep putting 87 in there. And most of the shit you gonna end up fucking your shit up, man. It might still run, but it's gonna be a putt-putt.
Exactly. Valves and shit rattling.
Yeah. It says, blessed art thou, O land.
Real quick, and that lets you know that these so-called modern day white people descend from Cain, man. Because everything, you ain't got no patience. It's on the run. What Cain did, I'm about to die. I need to eat right now. That lets you know that they stem from Cain. They come up with that microwave, what is it, microwave generation.
They actually got microwave.
And they actually got microwave.
Where you can speed it up.
Exactly. Speed
Instead
it up.
of you waiting on it.
Exactly.
On fast food.
Right. Fast food.
You got instant, right? What you got? What they call it? Instant
grits.
Instant grits.
Instant oatmeal.
Right.
Instant potato. Right.
Instant.
Hey, now they got the 3D printed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is instant gratification.
Right.
So that's the sign that this is Cain's kingdom.
Right.
Oh, what's that? Esau? Oh, yeah. Cain's kingdom. Yeah, right.
Cain's kingdom.
Right. This is Esau's kingdom. Because you got that spirit of what? Instant gratification, instant results, instant food. Whereas in the ancient world, you prepared the meal. Right? You got to go out there, you send your servants, they slay the lamb or whatever. Opposite. They prepare, while they're doing that, they're preparing the sides. And then there's a build up to the dinner. You smell that shit.
Right. Right.
Yep, go ahead.
God, it says, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. So it said that land is going to be blessed when ultimately the proper rulers are in place, man. It said you are sons of nobles, man. So you come from a certain line. That's really the elect, man, that governing body,
See, line.
that royal seed, you know, and you will see how the way the land functions is because the proper rulers are in their land, man. I mean, are in, you know, are in that state, man. You know, that position. You know,
Somebody can get that in Sirach 10.
that was on that.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
That's the kingdom of heaven. Well ordered. You're not going to have confusion. Why the fuck you got to read ingredients? Because it's confusing.
They came out with a strawberry cinnamon toast crunch. You see,
Wow.
that you look at the ingredients, you see none but the different color.
Well, but these niggas got cherry, black, and mild.
Yeah, right. Vanilla.
Apple black,
Right?
yeah.
So if you can make even a
Yeah.
cigar
With a
taste
flavor.
like cherry, yeah, something off, man.
Yeah, it is.
Which you don't supposed to have cigars anyway.
Yeah.
Then you know,
Make that shit taste good. Dang. He's, hey, that's the script. Hey, he is the great deceiver, man. Esau.
yeah. See, the scripture say it's likely this world will be well ordered. Right? You're not going to have women out of order usurping the authority of that man, and they grew tired of him. They have ladies night out, and all the hoes rally behind finding them somebody else. Man. And then that shit is upheld in the court, right? Right, in the culture with it, yeah, exactly.
And that's Beyonce, they didn't leave the man at home.
Oh yeah, leave your parents behind. I think that's what she put that in the song, but leave the man at home. And the next line was leave your words and parents behind. Or even them the bitches who got, the one got put to death TLC, right? They push that no scroll. That's why you see the effects of that miscalculation. Now you got women, they say, oh no, you got to be driving a right or a Hellcat on. Right? That's the the results. But the scripture say in this world it's gonna be well ordered. You're gonna have priests of Israel ruling, man. And you get an inkling of it now. You see how we feel about niggas? You see how we feel about that? Butches and niggas and everything that this culture presents. It's the spirit of the Lord that keeps us, at bay, because at least you want to say, you nigga, you know what I mean? But the scripture say, nobles wait to the right time, See, so we patiently got to wait on that authority. Come on.
As the judge of the people.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's show that, man. So people won't think, hey, this is exhibit.
We ain't tripping. We ain't tripping.
Hey, remember, we're in court too, man. We're not just pulling up just a bunch of false. This is what the so-called white man produces. Right. That's a kidney or something. You got to sacrifice something. You're going to sacrifice some organ behind it.
Sacrifice.
Bacon flavor. I know, cinnamon toast crunch with bacon.
And that's for niggas too, man. You wake up at 2:30, and the first thing is a nigga get a cold bowl of cinnamon toast crunch.
A stirring bowl, one of the big ass stirring bowls,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
And the nigga do it live, eating the shit. I've been running across like these motherfuckers doing live. They have 578 motherfuckers watching. The nigga ain't said nothing. He ate 3 scoops of cinnamon cold crunch before he finally get to some shit. I see you, TJ. You know?
Yeah, man, you right.
That's
Shit,
real
yeah,
talk, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, he talk to a nigga.
Yeah, I'm from Seattle.
That's true though.
I got a cousin in Flint. Yeah,
I got a cousin.
I ain't like him here. I ain't like that color.
Yeah. Real talk.
Hey, we right on them, right? Right? That's the folly that set in great dignity, right? Under Esau. Meanwhile, you got the secrets of Yahawashi, the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, things pertaining to immortality in the world to come, right? We probably got a little 20 people on, man. If that, it's beautiful. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, like John the Baptist said, we don't want you niggas, man.
Right.
Who warned you to flee from the wrath of Yahawah?
Well, probably this is a matter of kings, so it don't involve everybody.
Right, yep. Cabo.
Yeah.
I got some real quick to back that up.
That go back to David, too, like yeah.
Matthew 19 and 28. Yahawashi said unto them, verily, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging 12 tribes of Israel. It's about your future. It sounds like they put the world. It's about your future. It's about future rulership and kingdom. That's not a conversation that everybody willing to have. And the Spirit of the Lord got to be put on you. That's why, we asked Peter, who do you think I am? Who do you believe in? Who do you say I am? So and he told him, and they said, flesh and blood have not revealed unto you. So that's a blessing that, it ain't like Esau's legislature. Esau himself then had to come down and say, hey, look, these are the next. Esau didn't even talk like that. Esau only tell you that he gonna be ruling. As far as the eye can see, it's just don't worry about rulership. We gonna rule. Matter of fact, they so bold now. They just telling you gonna own nothing and be happy. That's how bold they got with it.
They say the only way they will fall out about the earth got blew up. You know what I mean? Ice age got come.
Right. Yeah. Coming or asteroid gonna come to earth. That's the only way.
Alien invasion.
Right. That killed up the dinosaurs. So that's the only thing to get us, Fucking proud devils, man. But now you on the clock. Because time, right? Time and prophecy. Matter of fact, somebody get that one? I want to say it's Ecclesiastes 8. Yep, go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes 8 and 5.
Right, that's strange. That's strange nation, man. The world of con gonna be well ordered. You're not gonna have that. Some weird, right, pedophile delivering you. No, it looks like they're going to deliver you.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
Right, you see? And we in the time of the judgment of Yahawah Yahawashi, which is every day, but it builds up to this heavy moment. Right? The Lord sends his judgments every day, but then there's a point where the Lord he cut, right, because he's wise. He said, look, if I'm a great physician, I know what the conclusion of the matter is. Right? So you ain't got to keep coming, like Esau had to keep coming to the hospital.
Right.
But the Lord, he solved it. The earth not going to be sick forever. So the Lord, he's going to come to a conclusion, I'm going to bring judgment, and that's going to cut off the influence that have dominated over the planet Earth. See? But as you see where it coincides with time, and the scripture said, a wise man will discern it. So we know that this is the time when Esau will be overthrown. And there's nothing you can do to stop time. As much as Esau would like to bend time, right? That's one of their phrases. Right. And when some bends it, you what? It bows. Right. So as much as this man want to have time in his subjection, he can't. Right? That's given over to Yahawashi, the Most High, man. That's why the Lord said, at least those days be short. You ain't got no control over that. So now you scrambling because you're on the clock. Was it more on that?
That was.
You know what we call for that Revelation 12? I know y'all got this rock. Just hold that. Let's get that. Matter of fact, you know what? Go ahead and read that and read down to the, I think around the 4th verse. Go ahead.
So Rock 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, so it's confusing here because you got Esau in power. Right, this kingdom produced violent homeowners. That's like the people, what you get, violent homeowners. That's really Esau. Well,
The power of the earth is in the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. It's like an unwise king, so like verse 3, an unwise king destroys his people.
right, that's Esau. You got people with all type of ailments and diseases. You got these different pestilence. Or it was just another pestilence, a bacteria that's been announced and officially confirmed here in Alabama. But the destruction, which Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's a part of it. That's destroying people. But ultimately, what's that going into in its perfection? World War III. That's how the destroying of his people gonna be climaxed. And again, you can see that with Trump, this loose cannon. He unwise, man. Driven by his pride. But again, he's the spokesman. The Lord placed him as the mouthpiece of these proud Edomites. So you can see how how they really operate. That's gonna segue into destruction. Go ahead.
But through the prudence of them that are in authority,
Yep.
the city shall be inhabited.
Right, the world to come, life. See, go ahead.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
So the Lord has jurisdiction over who's gonna rule or not. Go ahead.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Go ahead.
In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man.
Right, prosperity of man and rulership. See, you've been dumbed down so long, so when you think the prosperity of man is a new nice car, somehow you paid off. You know, and God is good. You paying a debt off. Now that's the part. The Lord throws a bone, but no, bro. Our desires way beyond, right, that of service. We desire rulership. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right, that's the prosperity of man. Go ahead.
It says, and upon the person of the
Oh,
scribe.
you don't prove that? The context of the whole chapter. It's not we read when it's going to rulership. So the prosperity of man is in the hand of the Most High, and that prosperity represents rulership, right? You know that goes into I think Genesis. Matter of fact, if you go into Jacob, where it speaks about how, matter of fact, you know when, I think that Genesis, is that Genesis 25, where it speaks about, they go into the blessings, it might be Genesis 27. Go to the blessing that was given him. One of those words go back into prosperity.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
No, not that one. Oh, blessed. One of the words blessed. You look it up, go ahead, because there's two different. Right, I think it might be blessed. You can read it.
All right, Con, this is Genesis 27. I started at verse 34. It reads, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Oh, and guess what? That's happening again. Esau heard the words of his father. He heard the prophecy, and he's responding. And we went into it earlier. His reaction is, I will not be moved. My inward thought would be, our houses will continue forever. Why would you say that? Because we telling you it's not. What?
And said to his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing.
And that's how we come. Right? If thou desire being thrones and scepters, honor ye will. So with subtlety, not with marching, right? No, it was through wisdom we staking that claim on dominion. That's it.
That word blessing, Strong's H1293, Barak. It says blessing, prosperity,
See, prosperity. So when the scripture says prosperity of man is in the hand of the Lord, they go all the way back to Jacob and Esau. And those who would rule forever versus those who would have a constellation, right? They'll rule for a short time. Right? That was it, right? And that was Yahawashi was teaching. Yahawashi was teaching the kingdom of heaven. Prosperity of the Most High. All right, so we can go back.
Because Sirach 10 and 5, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man. And upon the person of a
Oh, yeah,
scribe,
you looking for the apocrypha. I think it's one in, is that Sirach 22? Somebody get Sirach 22 or 23, I want to say.
yep,
Is it?
Sirach chapter 22 and verse 23. Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty, that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity.
Right, so you faithful to your neighbor in his poverty. That's ultimately talking about Yahawashi. Because right now, this is not the sexy thing, or not we known as the poor. Because we faithful to Yahawashi, and that's considered poverty. It don't look like benefits that come with this. Hey, because even certain Israelite groups, it look like a benefit. Right, oh, I can dress up this way, I can wear armbands, I can rock dreads. But up here, right, it don't look like prosperity. No lineups. And then you heedlessly going into words. Man, you don't want to hear that, man. Or the scripture say, scripture speaks about the poor man's will. Right? You got to be in a certain spirit to sit here and watch us go into the Greek lexicon. What? Read that again?
It says, be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty,
See?
that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity.
Right, that you might rejoice in his prosperity. So before you rejoice with Yahawashi, you got to be down with him in his poverty. When this is not sexy. And we're going to show you that that's going to the rulership. Go ahead.
Abide steadfast unto him
Oh, do you not afford to abide in Yahawashi? Go ahead.
in the time of his trouble,
Right, and that's the time we in. What?
that thou mayest be heir with him in his inheritance.
See, that they might be heir. So that prosperity represents what? The joint heirs. See? So we're going to have dominion over the earth. Right? Based upon continuing with Yahawashi. Scripture said, continue with me in my temptation. So, that was that. We can go back to this, brothers.
Sirach,
You have something? Yeah, come.
Just an analogy.
Yeah,
Just an
if I
analogy.
may. Oh, that might be another dose right there. Go ahead.
No,
That's actual measurement right there.
you know,
Nah,
I got it.
I know, you got it. Come on, I know you got it. Come on, I know.
Investment, you strive to get the price while it's low. So the price symbolizes what people want to pay for it, and the value symbolizes what it's worth. So anything, if the value is higher than the price, it's worth buying.
Right.
Because eventually the price is gonna match up to the value.
Right.
So right now, we getting it while it's low. We getting the best value at the best price. And that's why the Lord said, seek me while I may be found. Eventually it ain't gonna be found. The value gonna be so high that you can't afford it.
Right.
And it's like you looking for some type of relief, right? And then the city councilman, I'm just using them as an authoritative figure. Someone with power, they come to your hood, they come door to door. And you got a chance to make your case. That's really much what Yahawashi did. He came amongst you. He came to you. Right? He sent the prophets there to hear your cry. He sent the prophets. So it's like, I got someone who I can go make my case to. Instead of me going through the rigorous, you can never get up to the heavens, man, and make that claim to the Most High. So the Lord came amongst the poor. And that should have been your opportunity to buy in. Oh, yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that sales pitch, Lord. I don't see the value in it all the way now, but I believe. That would happen with the best. IBM, they started in fucking garages, man. And the certain people who bought into it, they end up, it wasn't a sexy thing to do at that point. So that's a page from Yahawashi, right? Abide with a man in his poverty. That's why we the poor, that you might rejoice in his prosperity.
There's a whole industry called venture capitalists. What they do is they just look for companies that brand fresh,
Right, yeah.
that they got a big idea and it ain't hit
Yeah.
yet. And that's who they put their money.
Right.
So when it blow, they get the most value out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you rather have a certain percentage, a lot of percentage of nothing too big versus a little percentage in a big,
Exactly.
right? You got 1% in this. Like you buying into this shit because you know, it's
It's already sexy.
right, yeah, it's sexy. Yep, for what? But who gonna buy into this? Where this gonna get you? Right? I don't even see a school. Nah, I'm there. You out here in the street like a poor. Right?
I made ultimately this gonna flip with 100-fold.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna flip 100-fold, man.
Mhm. Yeah, you gonna even get the return. You get the return. That really the return. That's the profit. A profit is actually known as a return. So you gonna get that's Joel. Everything returned. Everything you lost because it was due to the investment in the Lord. The Lord gonna have all that return. See?
You're gonna inherit the world, man.
Right.
From this to kings, man. You know.
Yep.
You know.
We're gonna inherit kings.
And Yahawashi, it ain't like somebody gonna be able to stumble upon it later on and be like,
Oh no. Right. Because the scriptures speak about here, son, you was faithful in this. Go be over these 5 cities. So they're not gonna be nothing extra. Everybody gonna be locked into their role. Yep, come on, we ready to go.
It's Romans 8:17. It says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him.
Right, a man in his poverty. See? Go ahead.
It says, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Right. So the very ones who looked down upon, and again, we don't, what's that, Isaiah 53? He wasn't, he wasn't comely.
Yeah.
He wasn't esteemed.
Yeah.
The word comely going into beautiful. This is not a beautiful looking thing. You come out here and one of the brothers spit a movie at some point, man. Right? Spit up some. You don't want no part of that, man. Hey, because a lot of people think this thing, when you get out here, no, it ain't sexy in the elements, man. Right? Yeah. Yeah, God be want to challenge you. It's a invincible. Yeah, the aura, yeah. Because the nigga got that who you think you is spirit. That's a demon that might open up. Nah, nigga, you the devil. You just blow at a nigga, hey man, go to light turn. And the nigga, yeah. Okay, come on, spirit then. And their reaction is who you think you is. Right? So this dangerous. You come out here, this ain't. But you got Yahawashi had to deal with that. Right? Oh, you got that? That's it. Yep. Come on. That's spirit, bro.
Hebrews 12:2. Looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne.
Yeah.
That's the results of investing in Yahawashi. You got to go through the ugly parts first, but then the results is what? Now you on a throne, man.
Right, and that word contradiction, really, you click on the word? Is that the one that suffer? Okay, read down.
It says, verse 3, for consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself.
Against himself, go ahead.
Lest ye be weary and faint in your mind.
So that's how we know we walk in the same path as Yahawashi, because everybody don't love us. They really want to get at us, so let's look up that word.
That word, contradiction, Strong's G485, Antilogium, gainsaying,
Right.
opposition,
See, opposition. Well,
rebellion.
rebellion. See? So you got to be willing to suffer those things if you think you're going to get a reward. You can't trim the ministry, that right? Compromise the message because you want to have some camaraderie. Like, because them niggas go out, like IUIC, they'll go to Fairfield, and, right? The back of Piggly Wiggly right there. You know you're in the wrong spot, man. Right? And they're sufficed by Malak or, hey, brother. But really, if you're going to be there, by default, you're going to be forced to say, you got to die. You're going to die, man. Y'all going to die there, man. That's the only way it can be. See? So they not willing to suffer that. That means they ain't going to get the reward on the back end. Oh, yeah. Man, you couldn't get us. We could be soft-spoken, but once we get into the scriptures, right? A nigga gonna say, grandma. You said a nigga going in Piggly Wiggly with his grandma. That's a fucking, that's a disaster way to happen. Them emotions gonna be running high, man. It's a rap. What you said about my mama? That's
Exactly.
Wait right here.
Yeah.
Wait right here.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, yeah. Lincoln pull up.
Yeah, Lincoln.
That's why we don't go into the hood, man. God, they got a whole
Suicide door.
They ain't got no Uzi weapon. They got a Mac 10.
Yeah, they do. Uzi.
All these niggas.
You take a red one. Say you love God.
Hey, by default, you gonna hate us. You gonna hate us, man. But we gotta suffer that. Hey, our own family, they might not come out. A lot of your own family might not come out and show they disdain. But if you're in the spirit, your family got a problem with you in some capacity.
They think your investment
Right.
is bullshit.
Right, yeah. Yep, you embarrassing, you ain't got to line up.
Hebrews 4 and 2. Then
That's
mixed
it.
with
That's
faith in them, so they didn't see the profit in it. They couldn't invest in it, so they didn't see the profit in it. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. Lord gave us the eye, right, to see that this was a good investment. The risk reward, oh man, it don't match. It don't match up. We ain't losing shit here, man. We gaining, man. Right, because it can kill you, can hurt you anyway. So it's a win-win. The Lord bringing you out of that toxic, they like to say toxic relationship. The pollutions of the world, the mindset of the people. Man, we have to play it out. You got to stand around somebody so much time. You got to, that's when that chameleon, right? Yep.
I got something for you real quick. It's the book of Psalms 119 and 162. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth great spoil.
That's it. And that's what we have felt, man. You know, the word itself, man. Hey, what is this? If you nothing is more compared to it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, rubies.
Yep.
So we rejoicing, man, because we found great spoil, man. We see the Most High through His mercy and drawed us to Yahawashi, man. You had something?
We get the spiritual lottery.
Yeah, that's what we hit the spiritual lottery, bro.
You hold on that ticket.
That's it.
Golden ticket.
Yeah. Well, that spirit, right? I had a dream real quick. I had a dream that it was a different event or something. It had to be, but that was the energy of the dream. And that everybody had to get tickets. Yeah, we brought that up. And Spirit, man, you was together. And we went in to get the ticket. And there was a Apostle Kabah selling the ticket. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I got a deal. Y'all get 2 for 1. Through the Spirit.
Wow.
Right? And I kind of thought about that. You know, the Spirit had it where you learned the truth through me.
Oh, God.
I woke up and pondered on the dream. But even though we know it's a lonely path, no man. But it was spiritual. The ticket. It was that ticket. And the Apostle Kabah, he was trying. The ticket was a hard to get ticket, but he was like, "No, y'all good, you know. I got a deal with this ticket, you know." Spirit, yep. But the essence of it was a hookup.
Right, exactly.
So the Lord made it easy. Pretty much the Lord said, "Y'all, I'm gonna make the ticket easy. You get the ticket, you know." Because really, it take a ticket to get to the chariot. You gotta have a ticket.
Right.
Eventually, they're going to be sold out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
There's so many seats.
And that's scary because the ticket is predestined. The ticket predestined.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures say they're above rubies,
Yeah.
gold.
That's it.
You can't pay for it.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Profit now.
That's it. It's nothing that you can compare
Right.
to it.
Because scriptures say it, when you read the precept, it really speaks because it being a generator of life, and it produces life. Right? It said all those other things pale in comparison. Why? Matter of fact, you want to go ahead and get that one? Which one was it?
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes?
You're right.
Giving life to them.
I know
that have it.
one of them, it climaxes with the excellence of it is life.
Yeah, the Ecclesiastes.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Psalm 14.
The essence of it.
Yeah.
Right, let's do that one.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 12. For wisdom is an offense, and money is an offense.
Right.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to
See,
them that have it.
It give it life. So when the missiles come, you gonna live. That's wisdom giving you life. You can't buy life in that moment. Right? So wisdom, the excellency of wisdom is gonna be the very cause of you living in that time of death. Or even with the famine or other things that's gonna pretty much compromise your people. But the elect will be preserved from, that will be wisdom giving you life. Niggas die because they can't eat, but somehow we eat.
Right.
That's wisdom giving life.
Got a pocket full of money though.
Right. Pocket full of money. And them niggas gonna be burning that money. That might be one of them. That might be crash that. That motherfucker. That's it. That's a missile, man.
You ain't lying. Where that motherfucker going? Real
That
talk.
motherfucker like a missile with some fuck the same shit they used in 9/11, man.
Alright.
That ain't they route.
Is that Brandon went ahead that plan? So this the metro area. The airport don't
Nigga
fucking
probably try
own-
to crash the camp.
Yeah.
And because the devil gonna come down with great. Matter of fact, Bill Gates. He got to touch some mop. You know, one motherfucker.
Some more.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens,
Yep.
and ye that dwell in them.
And that's us, man. Right? We rejoicing. Why? Because we got word that we can rule. Matter of fact, let's prove that. Go to Psalm 47. Start at the top.
The book of Psalms, chapter 47 and 1. Oh, clap your hands, all ye people.
Right, that's talking about us, man. Because everybody ain't happy about this.
Right.
And it's just like when you consider an oppositional setting. You got two football teams. Somebody scored. That score made somebody happy, man.
Yeah,
Somebody. Let's say if you're on, even if you're on the visiting field, in the crowd, it's one motherfucker in there at least, man.
Yeah.
With Jordan uniform on, and him scoring happy. I'm happy, man. Or let's just say nobody. At least the bench happy.
Yeah, you're right.
There's never gonna be a moment where a motherfucker score and then nobody happy about it. We the ones who reacted to the report. Read that again.
Oh, clap your hands, all ye people. Shout unto Yahawashi shout with the voice of triumph.
See? Sounds like a game. Right? Go ahead.
For the Lord Most High is terrible, great, and he is a great king over all the earth.
Right, the King of Kings. That's language is for us. So, okay, you want to get out of this position, your power is the great king. So he sets up who rule. Right?
He shall subdue the people under us.
Right, see, so that's why the heavens is rejoicing.
Right.
This king's language. Go ahead.
And the nations under our feet.
Right?
He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loves. Salah.
Yep, go ahead.
Yahawah Shah has gone up with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. Sing praises to Yahawah Shah. Sing praises unto our King. Sing praises. For the Most High is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with
See
understanding.
that? So that heaven, just go back to Revelation.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens.
Right, so that's us, those who are in heavenly places. Because you got two reactions on the earth. Right? We rejoicing to the song. Go ahead.
It says, and ye that dwell in them.
Right, go ahead, because that's the abiding. You dwelling in a realm. Go ahead.
Go to the inhabitants of the earth.
That's everybody outside the circle. Go ahead. They dwelling. Oh, what's that? Second Ezra. You got that one? I believe it's 15. Read that again while you did it.
It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
The people. Right? Woe unto all your dreams, your aspirations. Go ahead.
It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great
Now,
wrath.
so you see what, chronologically, you see where this thing is building up to the kingdom. All right, so come on, let's get this.
2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
See that? That's everybody else. Versus the heavens. Right? Those of us who have been raised up. Or what's that, Jeremiah 1? I have set thee above the kings of the earth. Right? So the devil coming down with great wrath. Why? Go ahead.
Because he knoweth that he have but a short
And
time.
that's the spirit. Go back to the reaction. How he know that he have but a short. Why do this guy know he got 4 years? Yet you signed off on over 300. Right? And we gonna keep, because it was more than 200. You can believe that in the spirit. Because it's like that Obama kept, all you got to do is get one big package in the last page. You sign off on. But the whole thing is filed off. Like what we gonna do about the Israelites? We sign off on that shit, man. Yep, go ahead. Yep, let it jump down.
Verse 17.
Right, because you see what is a smoke screen. That whole thing of a smoke screen is what? Where there's smoke, there's what? Fire. So the smoke screen is other shit, but the goal is the fire, man. That's why you're gonna have a lot of collateral damage. You're gonna have the LGBTQ, the Black Lives Matter, all they're gonna get caught up. But who the prize is? The fire. The other shit is the smoke screen. See, eventually Trump and them gonna have to speak to us face to face. What? Oh, Yahawashi spoke about it. It's a bring you before. Right. And you can tell Trump proud and spirit, like scripture, the Lord say, God and man hated the pride. So that's gonna be moments. We get in front of him and we in the spirit of Yahawashi and that nigga talking proud. Fuck him, man. It's not gonna be emotional, but remember the Lord said, I'm gonna give you what to say. And don't think the Lord ain't gonna turn the heat up.
His day nearer.
Right, yeah, it's gonna be cold. But you know, right, you might be in some shit like, damn, I don't want this to really escalate. But the Lord stirs shit up. Remember when the disciples, they said, Lord, don't you know you made them mad? But because Yahawashi was cussing their ass up. Yeah, right. He said, won't you tell that fox down? So the Lord gonna put that spirit, you might want that shit to be cool, but the Lord put a heavy spirit on it. You start quoting precepts, right? Be like, that's you! You know, remember how Samuel did, the king, right? Yep, go ahead.
God, this is Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Right, so the woman is the nation of Israel, so you're going to see all these Israelites get caught up in the wrath. But who is the prize? The remnant of her seed. See? So they can try to play it off as long as they want. Right? They ain't here to get us, but
It said, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahawashi Mashiach.
that's the prophet. Right? So So, yes, you got anything else? Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahawah, by Sham, Yahawashi, by Sham, Qadash.
God regard us to the head apostles and elders of the great millstone. So warm to the fellow laborers out there. As always, believers. And this time, so warm.
Shalom.